Hey guys, welcome to yet another video in our Nutrition Awareness Month series. From today, we are going to start discussing about minerals, and that will be done again with the help of a mind map, because I was trying to do something different today. I had a whiteboard here, and I haven't taken notes from the whiteboard, but explaining through a mind map is much more effective, much more better. So that is why the time what I have invested in writing the points on the board is invested, and I have again done a mind map. So I am very comfortable with mind maps, and let us start with the mind map again today. So today again, as I told you, we are going to talk about minerals. Now, minerals are something which are not organic. They are formed by the nature, like all the mountains, all the rocks forms minerals. Whenever water passes through the rocks, the mineral content gets dissolved in water. So our water is a rich source of minerals. You might be aware your tap water or the water which we drink is with added minerals, so that our body will get the sources of minerals from our water as well as from the different sources which I'm going to help you explain today. So again, as usual, there are two types of minerals. Today we will be going into depth of first. So the first type of minerals are called as macrominerals, and the second are called as microminerals. Microminerals are also called as trace elements. They are very less in quantity, which is needed by our body, but macrominerals are needed more in quantity as compared to microminerals, and that is why they are called as macro and micro. So in macrominerals, we have five basic minerals. So what are we going to do is that we are going to check their name, their functions, what will happen if there is a deficiency, and the sources from the food what we can eat through. So the first, we will be going through number of them. So the first is calcium. So as we all are aware about the importance of calcium, the function of I'll just close this. Okay, so the main function of calcium is to make our bones and our teeth stronger. Calcium also plays a very important role in functioning of our muscles. So as we all know that our bones are made up of calcium. So if we don't have enough calcium through our diet, what is going to happen? If there is a deficiency, then but obviously we are going to have a low bone density, or we will have brittle bones. And if we don't have a very good bone density, if our bones are brittle, then we will need to be faced with lots of problems with regards to bones, which is not a very good thing to have. So we will have lots of joint aches, we will have lots of osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, all those kinds of problems. I just hit my phone. So all these problems are going to happen if our calcium deficiency is created in our body. Why the calcium deficiency will be created is because we might not be eating them through the sources which I'm going to mention. So what are the sources of calcium? So first, as we all know, the first rich source of calcium is dairy. Dairy as in milk. Calcium is abundantly found in milk. So we need to eat lots of dairy items. Then the second source which is rich is all green leafy vegetables. They also have a good source of calcium. The third is legumes, fourth is tofu, and fifth is water. As I have already mentioned, the municipality or the corporation wherein we live, they add minerals, essential minerals to our water. But if we are drinking water through the bore well, then we might have heard that the TDS level, or the total dissolved solvents of the water, are more. The minerals level are more, which might be also harmful for our body. So it is better to be drinking tap water and not the borewell water. Even if we have a borewell water, there is a water filter which is called as reverse osmosis. So what will that do is that will take out all the non-essential or the excess minerals which are present in the water, which are harmful for it. So all these minerals again needs to be consumed in a specific quantity. If not, then we will also have the problem with regards to excess. But most of the time, if you are not drinking bore water, then there are no chances of having excess. There will be deficiency. The second mineral what we are going to check into is phosphorus. So let us also check what is phosphorus needed for. So as calcium makes bones and teeth, phosphorus keeps them stronger. All our bones and teeth are kept stronger with the help of phosphorus. Then our muscle movement also happens because of phosphorus, and phosphorus is very important to filter out all the waste from kidney. Whatever we eat, kidney is a filtering mechanism. So the filtering mechanism also needs to be filtered, so or cleaned. So phosphorus will act as a agent, and it will help kidneys to get filtered. So it will filter waste from kidneys as well, which will be again a layer of protection. So what will happen if we don't eat enough phosphorus? Then there will be lots of problems. It is first of all very rare in healthy people. If you are having a balanced diet, if you are exercising regularly, if your sleeping patterns are regular, then you are considered to be healthy. And if you are healthy, then phosphorus deficiency is very rare, but it can happen in premature infants. Second, it can happen people with who are drinking lots of alcohol. And third, with people who are having diabetes since many years. So if you are on these conditions, then there is a possibility that phosphorus deficiency might be created. Third, the sources of phosphorus is, the first is legumes as usual again, then nuts. We can get phosphorus from seeds, whole grains, egg, fish, and again, water. So water is a very good source of all the essential minerals also. Moving forward, let us dive into the third, which is potassium. So in potassium, let us check the functions of potassium. Potassium is needed to keep nerve functions happening. So as we have checked last time, most of the vitamin B, they are also needed for nerve functioning. Same, minerals are also needed for nerve functioning, and potassium also plays a very important role in nerve functioning. Then muscle contraction, which you can call it as muscle movement also. And the most important part of potassium is to keep our heartbeat regular. So we should not miss a heartbeat, or our heartbeat should be, at a continuous at a time. So we should not have irregular heartbeat. So potassium will help to keep our heartbeat regular. Those are the functions. Now, deficiency are very rare in people. There are very less chances of having a potassium deficiency. But again, if you are on heavy antibiotics for treating any disease for a longer period of time, there are chances that you might create a potassium deficiency, which is very rare. The sources of potassium are, again, as mentioned, green leafy vegetables. Then it is also found in sweet potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, beans, fish, banana. We all know that banana is a rich source of potassium. Apricots, dates, raisins, mushroom, and again water. So if you are drinking enough water also, we might be getting most of the essential minerals. As we all know, we need to drink 1 liter of water per 20 kgs of our body weight. Hence, if I am 60 kgs in weight, I should be drinking 3 liters of water. So that is with regards to potassium, which is the third macro mineral. Then the fourth macro mineral is magnesium. I am very sure you might have heard about magnesium. Magnesium also plays a very important role. Magnesium has multiple functions. The main function of magnesium is to maintain normal nerve functions as well as muscle functions. Muscle functions as in muscle contraction, muscle expansion, or the movements of our body happens because of muscle movement. So magnesium plays a very important role in keeping nerve and muscle functions properly. Then it also supports a healthy immune system. So if you want to increase your immunity, you can eat lots of magnesium. Then it also keeps heartbeat steady and keeps bones remains stronger. So it helps bones remain stronger. So if you want to have stronger bones throughout the life, make sure we eat lots of minerals, including calcium, phosphorus, potassium, as well as magnesium. Talking about the deficiency, it is very rare in healthy people. But if people with gastrointestinal problem, if you have problem with regards to your abdomen, with regards to your small intestine or the large intestine, gases problem, acidity problem, all these kinds of problems are gastrointestinal problem. And if you are having this kind of problem, chances are that you might create a magnesium deficiency. But in healthy people, there is very rare cases that magnesium deficiency is created. Again, the second problem will also happen if you are having some kind of kidney disorder. So because of not drinking enough amount of water. So what will happen is that all these minerals, while filtering, they will get choked at the kidney level, but water will flush them out. And as we have also checked is that phosphorus will also flush them out. But if we have deficiency of phosphorus as well as water intake, chances are that we might get into a kidney problem. And if you are into a kidney problem, magnesium deficiency can be created. Even alcohol can cause magnesium deficiency. The sources are legumes, as again, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and fruits. So all of the natural food sources contains most of the minerals which are needed by our body. So we should be eating a regular and a very healthy diet. Then moving ahead, after magnesium is the last macro mineral, which is called as sodium, which we also call it as salt. So what does sodium do with that? As we all know, it controls our blood pressure and our blood volume. The volume of our blood is controlled by sodium, salt, as well as pressure. Then it also helps our muscles and nerves to work properly. So if there is a sodium deficiency, but obviously we will have there will be a problem. As it is written, there can be no deficiency of sodium. It can always be in excess, because we are the people who are eating lots of junk food. We are the people who are eating lots of processed food, lots of tasty food. So deficiency of salt or sodium is very rare. But if at all it is there, there will be problem with regards to the blood pressure and blood volume. But the deficiency is very rare because we all are eating lots of processed and junk food. So what are the sources of it? So as mentioned, processed food is the main source of salt or sodium. Then even whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, and vegetable also contains sodium. Sodium as in the natural form of salt. Salt is a processed item. So if we have some kind of deficiencies or imbalance with minerals, then our main thing which will happen is the muscle functioning will hamper, the nerve functioning will happen, and our bones and our teeth will not be in a proper shape or health. So it is more important to have all this macro minerals to be consumed through the diet. So as we have already seen throughout the micronutrients, we have seen that eating green leafy vegetables, dairy, nuts becomes more essential, so that we might not have any kind of micronutrients deficiency. Even this shows that lots of green leafy vegetables, sprouts, all the food items which are naturally given by God needs to be consumed on a regular basis. Because we are not consuming it on a regular basis, there is a deficiency of all the vitamins and minerals, and our body is into excess of carbs and fat, and that is why we store fat, and we are all overweight because of our fats. So make sure that we start changing our eating habits, start changing our lifestyle, start changing our exercise habits, and once we start changing, we will start seeing results. So this was today for macro minerals. Tomorrow there are nine of the micro minerals, which are also called as trace elements. Trace elements, very very fine, or very less quantity it is required. But let us go and understand this in tomorrow's video. So I hope you are enjoying these videos. Any comments, any suggestions, I welcome them. And some of you are responding on the video source in the comment box. Some of you are responding me directly, whichever is okay. But please make sure that you convey your feedback to me, and I'll be eagerly awaiting to hear from you. So this is Nilesh signing off for today. Tomorrow we will see the micro minerals, and from the day next to it, we will start getting into some more essential nutrients which our body requires. Till then, bye bye. See you. Take care, stay home, stay safe, but make sure that you stay fit.